Shannon Bream, the poised and composed Fox News anchor, has faced unimaginable challenges behind the scenes. Her husband, Sheldon, was just 24 when their world was turned upside down by a devastating diagnosis. It was a battle that tested their love and resilience in ways they never anticipated. Years later, Shannon would confront her own health crisis, keeping her pain and fears hidden from all but a few. Through it all, their bond only deepened, weathering storms that would have shattered many. What led Shannon to a crossroads so profound it could change everything? And how has their love endured such relentless trials? Shannon Bream's story is one of hard work, perseverance, and faith. From her early days in a small-town family to becoming one of the most recognizable faces on Fox News, she has built a career that inspires many. But her journey wasn't always easy, and it began with a deep foundation of family values and ambition. Born to Linda and Clarence Edward Dupuy Jr., Shannon grew up in a household with a strong sense of discipline and purpose. Her father was a law enforcement officer, and his work ethic left a lasting impression on her. From an early age, Shannon was driven to excel, whether it was in school or the many activities she took part in. Her path led her to Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia. At Liberty, Shannon quickly became a standout student. It wasn't just her academic achievements that made her shine. Her grace and poise also set her apart. In 1990, she won the title of Miss Virginia, a moment that began shaping her public persona. Competing in the Miss America 1991 pageant, she finished in the top 10 and earned a scholarship that covered much of her education. It was a turning point, showing Shannon that she could balance the demands of academics and the spotlight. Shannon graduated magna cum laude in 1993 with a business management degree, but even with her success, she wasn't done pushing herself. She set her sights on law school, attending Florida State University College of Law. While there, she continued to excel in ways few could imagine. She won the Miss Florida USA pageant in 1995 and went on to compete in the Miss USA pageant, where she placed fourth. The scholarship she earned through pageantry paid for her law school education, a testament to how she used every opportunity to further her goals. After earning her JD with honors in 1996, Shannon began her career in Tampa, Florida, working as a lawyer specializing in race discrimination cases. The work was important and impactful, but Shannon soon realized that her passion lay elsewhere. She wanted to tell stories, not just fight legal battles. In 2001, she made the bold decision to transition into television journalism. It was a leap into the unknown, but one that would define her future. She started as an evening and late-night news reporter for WBTV in Charlotte, North Carolina. Reporting the news brought Shannon closer to the stories that mattered, and her dedication to the craft helped her stand out. After 3 years at WBTV, Shannon moved to Washington, D.C., joining NBC's local affiliate, WRC-TV. There, she took on roles as a weekend anchor and general assignment reporter. It was during this time that Shannon met Brit Hume, a prominent figure at Fox News. He saw her potential and encouraged her to pursue a career with the network. Shannon took the advice seriously, submitting audition tapes that showcased her talents. In 2007, Shannon officially joined Fox News, marking the beginning of a new chapter in her career. Based in the network's Washington, D.C. bureau, she quickly became a trusted face in political reporting. Over time, she took on bigger roles, including anchoring Fox News at night. Her ability to connect with audiences and her calm demeanor made her a favorite among viewers. Shannon's rise continued. In 2022, she reached another milestone when she was chosen to replace Chris Wallace as the anchor of Fox News Sunday. The role was a significant one, as it placed her at the helm of one of the network's flagship programs. Her versatility didn't stop there. She also appeared regularly on other popular shows like America's Newsroom, Outnumbered, and The Five. Whether she was leading a discussion or filling in as a guest host, Shannon brought the same professionalism and warmth to every appearance. Beyond journalism, Shannon found another outlet for her voice: writing. she authored 3 books, each focusing on faith, resilience, and the power of women's stories. Her book, The Women of the Bible Speak, became a bestseller, resonating with readers who admired her ability to weave ancient wisdom with modern lessons. But while her career seemed to soar, a personal battle was brewing, one that would test every ounce of her strength and faith. As Shannon approached her 40th birthday, she began experiencing symptoms that would change her life. It started with severe eye pain, sharp and unrelenting, waking her up in the middle of the night. The only way she could get through the night was by using eye drops every 2 hours, setting alarms to ensure she didn't miss a dose. Sleeping through the pain wasn't an option. It was like someone stabbing her eye with a hot poker. The pain became her constant companion, leaving her exhausted and desperate for answers. Things got worse. The pain wasn't just keeping her awake, it began to affect her vision. Double vision and migraines became regular occurrences, making even simple tasks unbearable. Shannon confided in her husband, but she kept her struggle hidden from her colleagues at Fox News. For 2 long years, she lived in silence, trying to keep her career on track while battling an invisible enemy. Every day felt like a fight to survive, and the weight of it all began to crush her spirit. Shannon sought help from a specialist, hoping for answers. But instead of finding relief, she faced disbelief. The doctor dismissed her symptoms, suggesting she was simply being emotional. For Shannon, who had already endured so much, this felt like another blow. She left that appointment in tears, feeling hopeless and defeated. It's hard to imagine how isolating it must have been to experience such intense pain and have no one believe her. The physical pain was bad enough, but the emotional toll was even greater. With no diagnosis and no end in sight, Shannon's mental health began to deteriorate. She felt trapped, the walls closing in as the pain consumed every aspect of her life. There were nights when she couldn't imagine living like this for another decade, let alone 40 more years. The endless fatigue, the sleepless nights, and the constant agony pushed her to a dark place. She even began to understand why others in similar situations had considered ending their pain permanently. Her husband became her anchor during this time. He encouraged her to keep advocating for herself, to keep searching for a doctor who would listen and help. Shannon clung to that support, determined to find someone who could offer answers. It was a turning point, a moment when hope began to feel possible again. Finally, Shannon found the help she so desperately needed. Dr. Thomas Clinch, a cornea specialist, diagnosed her with epithelial basement membrane dystrophy, a condition that causes her cornea to tear frequently. It explained everything: the searing pain, the disrupted vision, and the never-ending discomfort. While there was no cure, there were treatments that could manage the symptoms. For Shannon, just having a name for her condition was a relief. It meant she wasn't imagining her pain, and it gave her a way forward. With the diagnosis, Shannon began to regain control over her life. Managing her symptoms took effort, but the treatment gave her the chance to sleep again, to see clearly, and to experience moments of peace. It wasn't an easy road, but Shannon's resilience and the support of her husband carried her through. Together, they leaned on their shared faith, finding strength in their commitment to one another. It wasn't the first time their bond had been tested by life's challenges. Shannon's husband, Sheldon Bream, had faced his own battle long before their marriage. When Sheldon was just 24 years old, he received a diagnosis that would change his life: a brain tumor. What started as a persistent ringing in his ear turned into something far more alarming after doctors decided to rule out any major concerns. Unfortunately, their suspicions were confirmed when a tumor the size of a golf ball was discovered. It was a moment that threw their world into chaos. Sheldon underwent a grueling 9-hour surgery to remove the tumor. While the news that it was benign brought immense relief, the journey was far from over. Complications from the procedure led to severe facial paralysis. For months, Sheldon struggled with the aftermath, facing not only physical challenges but also the emotional toll of such a life-altering event. Shannon, still in law school at the time, became a steady source of support, helping him navigate this difficult chapter. The road to recovery was long, but there were moments of hope. One such moment came a month before their wedding, during a lunch at Pizza Hut. Shannon noticed a small movement at the corner of Sheldon's mouth, a sign that he might regain control of his facial muscles. That tiny glimmer of progress brought renewed optimism. Slowly but surely, Sheldon's recovery continued, and the couple forged ahead, determined not to let this experience define them. Their wedding, which took place shortly after Sheldon's surgery, was a bittersweet occasion. The joy of their union was tempered by the absence of Sheldon's father, who had passed away not long before. Shannon remembers looking back at the church to see the Bream family in tears. It was an emotional day for many reasons, but it also marked the beginning of a life built on shared resilience and unwavering love. Over the years, Sheldon and Shannon have faced other challenges together, including the decision not to have children. While they don't have children of their own, they've embraced the role of godparents and take great pride in supporting their loved ones. Their bond has only grown stronger as they've navigated life's ups and downs, finding joy in the simple pleasures of spending time outdoors, cheering for their favorite sports teams, and sharing adventures with their beloved dogs. Sheldon, who graduated with a degree in sports management and business from Liberty University, has built a successful career in his own right. He spent over a decade as the Director of Bureau Relations for the Washington Speakers Bureau before branching out to start his own company, Bream Speaker Management. His work includes managing the speaking engagements of high-profile individuals, including his wife, Shannon. The two have supported each other's careers every step of the way, always working as a team. For Sheldon, the scars of his past health struggles remain, but they serve as a testament to his strength and the power of perseverance. He often reflects on how his support system, particularly Shannon, helped him through the darkest moments. It's clear that their relationship is built on a foundation of mutual respect, shared values, and a deep understanding of what it means to face adversity together. Shannon has openly shared how her father's sudden passing in 2013 was one of the most profound losses she ever experienced. He had been a guiding force in her life, someone she leaned on and admired deeply. His death came without warning, leaving Shannon grappling with the shock and a void that felt impossible to fill. Reflecting on those days, she often speaks about how much she longs for just one more conversation, one more chance to hear his voice, and to share with him the milestones of her life. It was during a workout at the gym, just a couple of weeks after his passing, that the weight of her grief felt almost unbearable. As she tried to hold herself together on the treadmill, Shannon looked around the room and wondered how many others might be fighting similar battles. That moment shifted something inside her. It reminded her of how silent and personal suffering often is, and how crucial it is to show kindness to everyone, because you never know the struggles they're carrying. Grief wasn't a foreign experience to Shannon by this point in her life. It was something she had learned to navigate, though it never became easier. The loss of her father brought a new depth to her understanding of pain and resilience, forcing her to reconcile the joy she presented outwardly with the sadness she carried internally. Like many who suffer in silence, Shannon showed up for work, smiled for the cameras, and gave no visible indication of the emotional toll she was enduring. Her experience resonates with so many who have felt the weight of similar losses. Shannon understands firsthand how isolating grief can be, how it can make the world feel smaller and quieter while life around you carries on as if nothing has changed. Through her reflection, she has become more empathetic, often encouraging others to reach out to those who may be quietly struggling. Despite the pain, Shannon and her husband, Sheldon, have found meaningful ways to honor the memories of those they've lost. They have poured their energy into a life centered around faith, love, and a commitment to lifting others up. Together, they make it a point to extend kindness and understanding wherever they can. Whether it's offering words of encouragement, sharing their personal struggles, or simply being present for friends and loved ones in need. Shannon's experiences, both personal and professional, have shaped her in remarkable ways. She has become more attuned to the silent battles many face daily. Her loss of her father, combined with the trials she and Sheldon have overcome together, has instilled in her a deep sense of compassion. It's a perspective she carries with her into everything she does, whether it's her work at Fox News or her interactions with strangers she meets along the way. In 2015, Shannon faced yet another daunting challenge, this time a personal health crisis. During what she thought would be a routine mammogram, doctors noticed something unusual. What began as a precautionary checkup quickly turned into a life-changing ordeal. Shannon was advised to get a biopsy, and soon after she received the news that she had breast cancer. It was a shocking revelation that shook her world, even after everything she and her husband Sheldon had already endured. The news came with urgency. Doctors recommended immediate surgery to remove the cancer. While the procedure was successful in removing the affected tissue, the diagnosis revealed something deeper. Shannon carried a genetic predisposition to breast cancer. This heightened her risk of developing the disease again, and she knew that future recurrences could be more aggressive. Despite the anxiety that came with this information, Shannon chose to approach it as an opportunity to prioritize her health and make proactive choices. Shannon decided to keep her diagnosis private. Outside of a small circle of trusted individuals, no one knew what she was going through. She returned to work shortly after her surgery, smiling for the cameras and continuing her role at Fox News as if nothing had changed. Balancing the physical toll of recovery with the demands of her job wasn't easy, but Shannon's determination and resilience shone through. Throughout her cancer journey, Sheldon was by her side, offering unwavering support. Having faced his own life-threatening health crisis years earlier, he understood the emotional and physical challenges Shannon was navigating. Their shared experiences of overcoming illness only deepened their bond. They leaned on each other, finding strength in their partnership and faith. Together they moved forward, determined to make the most of the life they had built. Shannon's career didn't slow down, even as she juggled her personal challenges. As a journalist, she continued to tackle complex stories with grace and precision, even when it meant drawing criticism from prominent figures. Her ability to stay calm under pressure and present facts earned her respect among viewers, even when it ruffled feathers in political circles. Shannon wasn't afraid to ask tough questions or challenge narratives, even when it put her at odds with powerful voices, including those who might have expected her to align with them unconditionally. One memorable instance came when Shannon fact-checked an attorney representing Donald Trump during a live broadcast. The moment sparked controversy and drew sharp criticism from the former president. Shannon handled the backlash with professionalism, proving her commitment to journalistic integrity. Moments like these highlighted her dedication to presenting the truth, no matter the pressure or expectations. Shannon's ability to remain composed in the face of criticism has become one of her defining traits. Whether interviewing high-profile guests or handling sensitive topics, she demonstrates a level-headedness that resonates with viewers. It's a skill she's honed through years of experience and the challenges she's faced in her personal life. Through it all, Shannon's faith has remained a guiding light. She has often spoken about how her relationship with God helps her navigate life's uncertainties. Her spirituality offers her comfort and perspective. Whether she's dealing with the aftermath of her cancer diagnosis, the loss of her father, or the professional pressures of being a prominent journalist, it's a source of strength that she shares with others through her work and personal interactions. If Shannon's journey has taught us anything, it's the importance of compassion, courage, and staying true to your values. Her story is far from over, and her resilience continues to inspire countless people. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching.